Hi, Vashon Borich here, and we're on day 3, and this is the third tool for 20 tools for internet marketing. And today's tool has to do with getting eyeballs on your content, specifically blogs and videos and any type of content that you want to share with the world. So let me just go right into it. Tool number 3 is Buffer. Buffer is an application, and you can find that at bufferapp.com. And let me just give you the definition here. Buffer is a tool to quickly syndicate or get eyeballs on your content, such as blogs, videos, text, and images across multiple social media sites. So it is a really nice tool, and it does it in an easy and quick fashion so that you don't have to go to each one of your social media sites and post your blog, for example. So let's get into the nitty-gritty here. How much does it cost? Well, they have 3 different plans. The first plan is the free plan, and the free tool is limited in that it only allows you to use so many social media sites, and I believe it only allows for a certain number of buffers. By buffers, I mean you could post multiple things throughout the day, one at a time, which is what a lot of people do, or you can post all of those things at once into Buffer, and then it'll push it out automatically at set times during the day. So with the free version, I think it only allows 3. But with the next version up, which they call the Awesome Plan, they will allow more social media sites to be connected and as many, I think, unlimited buffers, so that you could basically set those up for all day, all week, or however long you need those to keep going out. That one is $10 per month. And then the next plan that they have, the third plan, is if you are a business and you have staff or a team that you would need to have access to Buffer to add multiple pieces of content. They start off with a small business, and that's $50 per month, and you can have up to 25 social media accounts connected and 5 team members that can have access to it to manage it in Buffer. The next one is the medium account. That's $100 per month, and this one has 50 accounts that you can connect and then 10 members. And then the last one is the large corporation account, which is $250 per month. For this one, you can have up to 150 accounts connected and then up to 25 members that have access to your Buffer. So use Buffer based on your needs. And for most people, I recommend start off with the free plan. Give it a test drive, make sure you understand how it works. And then once you really start to use it on a day-to-day basis, you may want to bump up to the Awesome Plan or higher. All right, let's go to the next. The next step is requirements. I wanted to share with you what you need in order to get started. So the very first thing you need to know is you need to have social media accounts already set up. In other words, you need to be a member or have a page or a personal profile for Google+, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and you can do app.net. That one's not as well known as some of the others, but Buffer does support it, so it's another good one to be on. So it doesn't take long to get set up with those, but if you aren't set up with them, it's just another way to get syndicated. So there's really no harm in getting set up with all of those accounts and then using Buffer to manage send-outs or posts to every one of those accounts. So set them up first before you go into Buffer. All right, let's go to the next step. The next step are Samurai tips. Your Samurai tips for Buffer are, the first thing is fill your Buffer with content so that it'll send it out per day. What does that mean? Well, basically, you want to have at least 3 things each day that you want to send out to your audience. Ideally more, but a minimum of 3. And you want to go ahead, in the morning when you first come in, fill your Buffer account with those 3 blogs or syndications or images or videos that you want to send out to your audience. And then allow Buffer to work its magic through the day and send that out to your different social media sites. The second tip is Facebook can sometimes be finicky. This is more of a warning, I guess, than a tip. And that is Facebook sometimes blocks Buffer. I don't know why, but it'll throw back a warning in your Buffer account that it didn't go through. It'll say failed to send. If that occurs, you can re-push it to buffer within the account. It allows you to just re-push it. And if it still continues, you may have to manually still post to Facebook. You know, it really depends on the link that you're trying to push. I think Facebook just, you know, blocks certain links. And then the third thing is be sure to use a great picture to capture eyeballs for buffer. You know, that's a great way to get more people interested in your content, is to have a really good image with your blog. And that way it's going to be more attractive on the social media sites. And then finally, here's just a really big tip, and that is install the Buffer app to Google Chrome. And I recommend using Google Chrome when you use Buffer. They seem to work really well together. Google Chrome is just a browser. If you're not familiar with it, it's free. You can download it. But the Buffer app is a little icon, and I'll show you here in a minute, that allows you to quickly click on that icon on any page that you want to send out, and then Buffer will instantly buffer it to the different social media sites for a very quick use. So it saves you time. All right, so let's dive into actually taking a look at Buffer. So when you first go to Buffer, and this is bufferapp.com, you're going to see a page that looks like this. You'll actually log in down at the bottom here. They are synced up with multiple social media sites, so you can use your Twitter account to log in or register, Facebook, LinkedIn, or you can just use an email if you want to do it that way. All right. Once you're logged in, and I've flipped over, I'm already logged into my own Buffer account, you will see all of the different headers here that you can access. But the first thing you'll want to do is actually set up your accounts. And you'll do that right here where it says Accounts. You just click on the plus, and it's going to show you all the different social media accounts that you have access to. Right now I'm logged in as the free account, so this is what you would see if you just log in and register on the free account. So obviously they are linked up to Twitter, and if you needed to link your Twitter account, you would simply click Connect, and it's probably going to give me a message because I'm already linked up. Yeah, so you can see that this just popped up. It says that it's great to see I want to add another Twitter account, but I need to upgrade to the Awesome plan, which is that $10 a month plan. So I'm already maxed out on my social media, and so if I need to add others, I'll need to upgrade. So, but it's as simple as clicking on that, and when you first come in and click on it, it's going to just basically ask for your username and password to Twitter, for example, and then it'll sync it up for you. All right, so once you've set up all of your accounts, the next step is to start filling your buffer. And let me just show you what I have right now. Most of my accounts, because it's the end of the day for me right now, most of my accounts show 0. In other words, I don't have anything in the queue to start being pushed to my social media sites. But my Facebook right now, I've got a couple items in there that are scheduled to run tomorrow. So you can see here, I've got one that's learn how to make a business page on Facebook. And that one's scheduled to run at 9:54 a.m. tomorrow. And then I've got another one scheduled. It says, when selling, avoid focusing on other companies. For this one, it's scheduled to run at 4:02 in the afternoon tomorrow. So if I like those times, that's great. Otherwise, if I said, you know what, I want this one to go ahead of that one, I can simply click here to move to the top. Or if I wanted to share this right now, I can click here to share it, or I can edit what it says, or I can even delete it if I've already posted it manually. So you've got a lot of control here. If you don't like the times that they post, you can come over here to the scheduling tab, and you can edit the time frame in which these get posted to your social media sites. Okay, so let me show you how it works. If you are on a page, I'm going to flip over to my blog. So this is my Tough Team blog, and here is yesterday's blog post that I did on video 2, host a Google Hangout. And let's say that, you know, I wanted to buffer this to run, you know, tomorrow sometime. So the only thing that I would need to do is come up here. You see this little icon? This is my Buffer app icon, and this is something you can download when you're in Buffer that'll attach to your Google Chrome, so that any page that you're on that you would like to buffer, in other words, syndicate to your social media sites, you can just come up here and click on this little paper icon. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. All right, so once I click on it, it's going to pull up this nice little window. In this window, it's going to show me a text version of this blog, and this is something that'll probably show up like on Twitter, for example. One thing that I can do is I can change it. Like if I don't like the way this reads, it's automatically pulling the header from my blog. But if I don't like how it's reading, I can change that here. One thing you don't want to change is the actual URL. The URL is what a buffer uses for analytics, and I'll show you that here in just a minute. But for the analytics, they need to have that link exactly as it is. Okay. Down here, this is the version that will show up on social media sites that accept images. Now, if I don't like this image, I can simply click and find one that I like. So it looks like I only have 3 images that are available for this particular blog post, but I'm just going to use my mugshot here. You can see that it says the name of my blog. Again, I can edit any of this if I need to. It has a link, and then down here it actually has the description. Any of this can be edited. So I have a couple options now. One, I can share now. If I click share now, it's going to push it out to all of my social media sites that are listed up here. Or I can buffer. If I buffer it, it's going to put it into the queue to go out at the times that are in the scheduled buffer account. I may choose to not buffer this to Facebook. Maybe I've already ran it on Facebook, or I need to do that one separately. So this one I know is my Facebook account, and I do recommend for most of you that you have a different image for each of your social media accounts. It makes it easier to tell which account is which. I just kind of know which one is which. But if I don't want it to go to my Facebook, I simply click on that one, and now that's deselected, and it's going to run on all of my other social media sites, but not on Facebook. So that's really helpful if you want to target your posts to specific social media audiences. All right, so that's how it works. Let me go back into Buffer here, and I wanted to show you the analytics because that's a really powerful feature of Buffer. So I've got different things that I've buffered out. So if I click here on Analytics, Analytics is going to show me how well my post performed. So you can see here, this one is one that I did yesterday, and it lists some information, but down here is the magic. This is where I can tell how well it performed. For this one, I didn't really do that well, actually. It only reached 9 people. But you can see that it targets targets the comments, likes, clicks, reach, and shares. And you can go down the list and look and see how your different buffers performed. So it's a really great tool. And if you see something that's good, that's been performing well, you could rebuffer it to your audience because obviously it's performing well. You may want to buffer it to other social media sites if you only did one, for instance. So just keep that in mind as you are targeting your marketing. So lastly, I wanted to leave you with a bonus. So with all of my videos, and I'm doing 20 of these videos, I'm offering a bonus for everyone that watches them, and that is by registering on my email list at teamtough.com/email, you will receive a free cheat sheet. And the cheat sheet has internet marketing tools, all of the ones that I go over. I see I have a misspelling here, that's kind of funny. It has internet marketing tools, and it's going to list all the ones that I do in these videos and give you just some tips on how to best use them, how to get to them, and just some extra information so that you can be successful in using these internet marketing tools. I hope that you found this useful, and I hope everyone comes back and watches the next video tomorrow. Have a great day.